Another day, another draft here. Stream draft number 120 of the year for me on Splash Play. Today's other half-point PPR draft in the world of Underdog Best Ball Mania 5. One more on vacation, and let's have some fun in this one. So to try to make this a little more different, try to make it fun for myself, I'm going to take a swig of beer each round is what we're going to do. Maybe not exactly when I pick, but each round I'll do it. I'll try to make it a real swig too. So you'll get some ASMR when I open another bottle. We'll have fun. All right, ADP-wise, the pick would be Tyreek. I certainly prefer Jefferson to Chase. I feel like I just keep racking up Tyreek lately. I'm going to go get Jefferson. No particular reason other than I'm tired of clicking Tyreek, and I don't really want to click Jamar Chase. And that's the time for a celebratory swig here. I will say one very dumb thing I did before this stream, and we are starting early here. I got in the room. I was just kind of sitting here, and I'm like, let's just get this out of the way. I'm on vacation, so we're going to get the stream out of the way. I just had like this crab risotto. We had a private chef come over. Again, I'm lucky my in-laws treat for these trips every year, and they do nice things for both themselves and for us as a result. And so I had a private chef over who's cooking some like local Virginia beachy stuff, a lot of seafood heavy things. And basically one of the things was this crab risotto. She hadn't left like a tub of it, which I didn't realize was there. I left a tub of it left over. So like I had crab risotto before I'm dumping these beers in my belly. And I don't imagine it's going to be a good combo for the day. But, you know, we'll persevere here, as we always do. And no better way to persevere than Justin Jefferson to start, I'd say. So, hey, we're living. We're full of crab risotto, but we're living. Super early start again. Again, I want to get it out of the way. I just want to be done. There's honestly going to be less views this week because of the 4th of July. So I'm happy to have some fun here for, 45 minutes to an hour and then go on with my day. Go walk 3 miles. Go see the kid. Whatever. Talking the beer, the draft, talk a little bit of everything. Round 2 here. Time for another swig. Let's see how we do. I'm making an earnest attempt at a swig. I don't know how we would define a swig, but I would say that was a swig for you. As Stone Cold Steve Austin used to say, swig of water for the working man. Swig of 9.5% beer, though I will have to downgrade to the 60-day IPAs after this one. Last golden monkey in the house. You hate to see it. Chris Olave, the man, the thumbnail. Do not get access to him here. Obviously, Chris Olave does not often fall all the way back. I got Chris Olave in the 20s and then one of the mini schnauzers, 10-second clocks, was delighted to get it. But Olave, we do see reliably go at that 1-2 turn. Him, just a guy that you're not going to get often with Jefferson. If you do have it with Jefferson, I kind of think that is fun. Olave, Jefferson, Tyreek Olave. I think those would be fun ones. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb Olave, if you somehow got him there. Not as good as a Week 17 correlation, perhaps, but a little more unique. Vacation Spags, the best Spags. Thank you. I feel like my quality and production makes me a little bit sad. I'm just not in my cozy place. But, I try to do my best, so I appreciate it. You get to really see my tan. I feel like my normal lighting kind of wipes me out. So that way, if I have like a pimple or something, it doesn't pop that much. Not the pimple itself, but it wouldn't stand out quite as much. You want to have like a uniform look every day, I think. So that's me. That's me being old Diane Sawyer, who used to get like Vaseline on the lens when she used to in 2020. Try to make her keep looking youthful and beautiful. That's me. That's me. That's what I want. All right, pick coming up for me here. Correlation-wise, nothing to do. I think we are in just best available player mode. Most fun available player mode, perhaps. Now, I could feel the beer and the risotto mingling together, becoming friends, becoming enemies for me. 0010 here. All right, so we get Saquon falling a little. I don't think that's interesting enough. Debo is there. Not the most exciting. I think, I want to have a good time here. I'm trying to party, trying to get some vibes up. You know who's going to get the vibes up? Malik Neighbors. He and Justin Jefferson, 2 LSU greats, 2 guys who want to be compared to each other. We got Giants hard knocks going. Maybe some belief in Daniel Jones coming from that team more than we thought was possible. I think those are the hopes that we're seeing, though certainly, Hard Knocks being a PR machine, being it is what it is. I get any positive quotes about Daniel Jones and how even Patrick Mahomes couldn't have done well behind that offensive line. That was one of the quotes from Hard Knocks. I think that's, a little bit of defending your guy, trying to make it work in that way. Be my guess. Trying to keep him motivated and happy. Liam in the 5 hole. He likes to draft double elite tight end and double elite QBs. I did not notice. All I noticed is that our draft stalker wasn't here and was like, good, but glad to hear. Liam, go check out Liam. Of course, talk about Liam Liner. Does a good job on his channel. What's the most fun? I would say it's probably not Devontae Smith for me, though maybe would be fun. It would be fun to go with Justin Jefferson versus CeeDee Lamb teams. Achane, certainly fun enough. I do think Metcalf is still fun, and I'm going to go and have some fun. What a fun way to say that. We're going to have fun here. Round 3, big swig for the pick as well. About Liam's not having a beer, so he's got an advantage on me. And that's, obviously the YouTube views right now too. Great branding by Liam. No smarter way to lead into the brand, I think, than what he's done. For me, it's just, I get to put up this banner. Here we go. Oh, Curtis, I don't have the hat. I get to put up this banner, which is not quite BBM winner. Can I win BBM again? I can't put those titles on videos. So that's a tough scene to see for me. But Liam gets it, and he does it well. So kudos to him. Speaking of, promo code SPLASH on Underdog, guys. If you want to go and support the show, as well as support yourself, get up to $250 in bonus cash on Underdog. Go do that. Promo code SPLASH on there. And show us some love if you can. Use our promo code. We need it. We need to show people that it matters. Liam going with the Jonathan Taylor, Devon Achane with Jamar Chase. So soaking up some of the RB minor values there. Interesting to see from Liam. Obviously, good drafter. Anyway, Curtis, I don't have the Italian hat, but welcome to the family, Curtis. Thank you for joining the show. You get access to 10 team reviews a month from a VIP Discord and also my rankings, which will get updated this weekend. So thank you, Curtis, for your support. Welcome to the family. You too can support the show. $4.99 a month. I can stop the voice now, right? Because the hat, without the hat, I just got nothing here. I don't even have anything to fill in to be Italian for. I do have sunglasses. I can wear sunglasses too, though it's really going to make it hard to see. Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Is this the coolest drafter in town? Oh, what? You're watching the coolest drafter in town here on Splash Play. This guy, he chugs beers. He's got sunglasses on inside. He still has his essentially branded money hat. He's got a little something for everybody. This guy's on vacation, but he's working. He's working the tables. Can't even see my eyes. Nobody's going to be able to guess me. I might just keep the sunglasses on. Liam drafts have been a bit worse lately. Wow. Tough to see. Honestly, though, good to see a GM tell Mara to go fuck himself when dude is trying to face Saquon. Yeah, look, I thought the Giants for a first episode that I didn't see the whole thing, but did see some of it and then watched the clips that seemed essential on Twitter, and that was enough of the gist. I feel like Hard Knocks has kind of lost that luster. It used to be must watch for me, and now it's like, all right, we're doing okay. But I think that it still seemed like it had some interesting stuff to it, and they're right. You're paying Daniel Jones $40 million a year. You shouldn't be paying him $40 million to hand off to Saquon Barkley, paying him $12 million. I agree, it's not the way to do it. So I think that does portend well for Daniel Jones. I mean, obviously, again, it's PR spin for sure, but it is one of those things. I'm taking off the sunglasses. I feel maybe I'll put them back on for dramatic moments. But I think in general, like, for them to be saying that right now, at least it shows they're going in with the intent to making the most out of it. And maybe those concerns about the injury guarantees that, Daniel Jones can have, maybe they're just going to let him play it out. And also maybe Drew Lock isn't bad enough. They're more inclined to let him play it out. Liam jumped to this draft because he thinks you're all fish. That bastard. The sunglasses on, I thought I was watching a Bindle stream. Look, mine is definitely more of a man of a certain age wearing his Wayfarers than Bindle's, which is more of the guys celebrating in a locker room after winning a championship. Both look great, though. But obviously, these are ones I wear in real life. These are ones I wear to go pick up Luca at daycare. I can't imagine Bindle's would be wearing the Red Sox spraying champagne sunglasses in those kind of situations. See what our guy Liam's going to do in the 5-hole. Probably go back to a receiver, you got to guess. Getting some texts. I'm so popular. Bet you guys didn't know. All right, on the clock here. That also was a notification from Underdog, was the second one. So that's not me being popular. All right, we got... are we trying to have fun? I think we're trying to have fun here. I think it's vacation. I think I owe you guys a swig of beer, and nothing's going to make me want to swig that beer more than a big taste of Terry McLaurin. My man. Liam's got his biases. I've got mine. I have no local affiliation to the Washington Commanders. I guess I'm close to them right now, being at Virginia Beach. But hey, Terry McLaurin, cheers. Big swig. Oh, man. Terry McLaurin on this team in this economy? Oof, going to be tough to be building a BBM winner right in Liam's face. Just bullying him, Putting on sunglasses right in his mouth. Can't handle it. This rate might be a 2 draft day. I was kind of hoping that Keenan Allen would come back, get a little easy Seattle-Chicago correlation. Make him, of course, the cleanest wide receiver 5 is going to be Keenan Allen. If you're going to go heavy at wide receiver, as we like to do sometimes. Maybe not yesterday. Didn't go heavy enough. Today we've learned. Today I'm in the zone. And that zone is scooping up wide receivers. I'm doing silly voices now. All right. Can we push Lamar all the way back around if we take Mark Andrews? is that the move here? I mean, there are fun things to do, though. The AR Jaden Daniels team is inherently a tough one to pull off. Let's just see what happens if you take Mark Andrews here. Does Lamar fall all the way back in this room of sharp drafters? They just let Lamar come all the way back safely into round 6. Can they do that for me? I'm going to guess not. If I had to guess the Zay Flowers guy would get him. Where is that guy on the board? Zay Flowers. Why is it not highlighting it on the screen? But yeah, the Zay Flowers guy, you got to think would take Lamar. Probably not at this pick, though. Probably at this pick. But you got to think that he's going to take Lamar. And if not, somebody will stop the fall. But wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be a great way for me to be on vacation? Nope, not going to happen. And the Zay Flowers guy doesn't get him. This guy over here who also doesn't have any Texans. I get Lamar being a discount at that point. Certainly Lamar, his ceiling, his floor speaks for itself. Yada, yada, yada. Baltimore, good team. We get it. Lamar, blah, blah, blah. That said, you're taking Lamar without Houston correlation, without Baltimore correlation, the more obvious one. I just think you're kind of drawn dead doing that. Maybe he beats all of us in this pod, but I don't think in a tournament, if you're bringing an unstacked Lamar, you're going to have success. Sure, he's thinking I could tack on Bateman late, could tack Tez on late. I don't know. Kind of think he needs some of that week 17 or the best players who are going to be, in the case of Zay Flowers, maybe ascending. The case of Mark Andrews, and if sharp people think it, I've kind of vocalized my case against, but still a guy that has elite tight end upside. I think that's something that you're trying to lean into there instead of just taking an uncorrelated Lamar. Wait, what? Anyone catch Levitan throwing shade at our daddy Spags? What? Does Adam Levitan know who I am? I mean, I know he replied to a tweet of mine, but I don't think that seems possible. If somebody want to confirm that and send me a clip, please. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to be on people's radar that much. Certainly doesn't feel like it on the day-to-day basis, but I'd take it. It also depends what the pick is. Like, what's the pick that he's talking about? Is it just the Commander? Knowing that I'm America's #1 Commanders fan? The only crossover Commanders Colts fan in the world? Maybe that's all he's saying. Didn't seem like shade. Could somebody send me like a time code for it? I would like to know. That's pretty fucking major if Adam Levitan were mentioning me in a draft. Don't remember I was stoned. This reference to someone that rages when you get sniped by someone. All right. Oh, it's cool. I think things like that are cool for, like, we had Al Smizzle on Splash Play, book through Pete. This Al follows me, so I could probably book him if I wanted to now. Always cool to me. Levitan also. I used to listen to those guys all the time. That was the first DFS podcast I got into. It's something that informed a lot of what I made Stochastic do when I was running the editorial stuff behind the scenes there to start it off. So that's just cool to me. I don't know. You can throw shade if you wanted. But I guess maybe that's why he was so gracious in his reply to me when I was like, hey, ETR is great. Congrats. Well, there we go. All right, we'll take it. I get name dropped a decent amount. I don't know it. I feel like I'm just an indie band. I'm an indie band playing in nobody. I don't book guests. I just come on, do drafts, do mediocre drafts. No, pretty solid drafts usually. Sometimes mediocre. They can't all be hits. Even Billy Joel would tell you that. I don't know why that's the name that comes to mind. All right, we got Minnesota, Giants, Seattle, Washington. So no correlation going on here. We could take an unstacked CJ Stroud with Mark Andrews just for oppo correlation there. I am happy to be back in the Christian Watson arms race, and I'm going to do that. Stroud, not that big of a discount. We don't need to go out of our way for an uncorrelated play at this point, or just a week 17 correlated play, not a stacked play. We'll go Christian Watson here. Happy to be bringing the gang back together with Justin Jefferson and Christian Watson, a duo that I reached for way too much last year. So, hey, cheers to me. And we are almost due with one beer, so I've been living up the swig promise as well. Oh, daddy. The crab risotto. Microwaved crab risotto as well. The scumbaggiest way to reheat risotto is what I did. That's hanging out in my stomach, and now it's going to be joined by some Golden Monkey and some 60-minute IPA. We're in a new round, so hey, why not? Oh, God. Remember how we drink out of bottles? So it is foaming up on me, that's why. All right. Tough seeing. Pick coming up here. Beer foaming. This wouldn't have happened if I had my sunglasses on. The beer would have respected me more. All right. We've got a 0051. This feels like time for an RB, I would bet. That said, Seattle doubles right there. Would basically lock me into going extreme 0 RB, which I don't know that I want to do. I love David Montgomery. You guys know that. One of my favorite bets. I think here we're going to go Aaron Jones. CJ Stroud becoming more of a value, but again, doesn't make the most sense for me to take. Aaron Jones, though, happy to take him. A little bit ahead of ADP, but correlates with our Minnesota Green Bay bet. Maybe a JJ McCarthy team, though. Honestly, you could talk me into starting to build some Sam Darnold teams, especially as a third QB kind of build. We'll see. Also, I'm not cleaning that beer up on the floor right now. I'm on vacation. I refuse to do. I don't know where there's a towel nearby, and I don't want to go rummaging around, having you guys check out my booty. Adam Levitan could be watching. I can't embarrass myself like this. Nice head. Thank you. Ow, ow. Liam thinks you're all fish. It was a party foul. You got a golden monkey. Are we talking about your penis? Is that what? I hope that's not the golden monkey. Watson, to me, has been one of the best clicks of all year. Really don't think he should be going behind Jaden Reed. I agree. The upside for Watson is still the biggest out of everybody. Still think Jaden Reed can have a good year. And I think that one of the more fun bets, given how people are just playing Green Bay, like, oh, Dontavian Wicks is going to make the leap. Romeo Doubs quietly a steal. You just consolidate the Packers pass game through their best targets, which are Jaden Reed and Christian Watson. And maybe they both go for 1,500 this year. And Watson, I think, is a little more touchdown equity. Maybe Reed gets a little bit less in the pass game yardage, but more doing some Debo kind of runs. There's opportunity there for him. So I don't know. I think that there is definitely, there's fun to be had with different combos of Packers, but I think the quietly most fun one is just the top two guys at ADP, which is, I just like this year. I think BBM is a lot about people galaxy braining things. And sometimes you should just take the guy going into year 2, who was good last year, and the guy going to year 3, who's been injured, but has shown tremendous upside, showed the biggest upside per game out of anybody on that team, along with, a lot of guys in his age group, like Christian Watson. I think that's the logical path to what happens. But, the ball, they do want to be target agnostic, and nobody is like a huge target earner in that entire room. So I get that part. Both go for 1,500. Hey, dare to dream. No chance JJ McCarthy sits all year. It just depends if they stay in the playoff hunt. Tend to think Minnesota is going to have a hard time staying in the playoff hunt, but it's augmenting the offense through Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. I think it's going to be very good for their production. So to me, you can talk me into it being a thing where, they're good enough to hang in there and just Darnold keeps playing because they're around 500. Sometimes it's just how that goes. Joe Burrow goes. So Liam, I know, who mentioned that on his short form video he did with Pete, talked about getting the falling Joe Burrow in the 90s, one of his favorite things. So I watch videos. So somebody takes Joe Burrow before that, and it's the guy with T. Higgins. So the guy took an unstacked Lamar, did add a week 17 correlation with Mixon, and then took a single stacked Joe Burrow with T. Higgins, one of my least favorite picks in a draft. Okay, we're on the clock here. I'd say some obvious picks are on the board for me. I'd say there are picks that could titillate and delight here. Also could keep adding at RB. We will take Jaden Daniels here. This may shock you. I think we have a better shot of Jaden Daniels getting through this crew than we are going to have a shot of Jordan Love getting through him. Like, I think Jordan Love's going to get through, is my hope. I don't think there's Packers on this side. So I'm going to take them both here. I'm going to take both my QBs. Jordan Love does go. Does this guy have a Packer? He fucking had Jaden Reed. I missed that. All right. Damn it. I mean, it's not the biggest damn it, but it's still a damn it. 1151. Tony Pollard, James Conner, like them both. I'll stick with I could also, again, add a Seattle double on top. I do think James Conner's a nice enough value at this point. Flip the ADPs. It looks basically the same anyway if I were to take Jaden at 99 and Conner with the earlier pick. So we get a theoretical value with Conner, but I did take Jaden Daniels ahead of the pack. But I'm on vacation. I'm having fun. This beer has stopped foaming up, so we're taking a swig. Don't foam up on me, please. All right, 1251 here. Jaden Daniels, Aaron Jones, James Conner are my RBs right now. Happy with that being the started RB. No correlation with Conner yet. We have Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson. So we got Minnesota Green Bay correlation. We got Jaden Daniels and Terry McLaurin, of course, a favorite of mine thus far in BBM. And we have Mark Andrews at tight end. So some bets I like here. Like a good started RB. Certainly, you know, if I were to not take one of Jaden Daniels or Mark Andrews, making RB a little bit stronger would have been there. But I think we could still salvage it. Dare I say, we can still salvage it. I'm still waiting for that Adam Levitan timestamp, guys. I need to hear it. You can't make me listen to an entire draft. Please tell me when I get name dropped. Give me the exact data I need to indulge my own vanity when I feel the most useless. Speaking of, guys, you want to go support a sports betting startup, go check out Probably. Promo code SPLASH. You can now get a 7-day free trial just going through the website. You can also get 50% off with that promo code SPLASH. And that means including a yearly membership. Keeping that on for you guys because I know a few of you have done that to show support for the show. But go check out Probably, my sports betting data app, which just uses market data intelligently to help you make better bets. Basically, researching for bets is going to be one of the worst things you can do for yourself. Following people's picks, generally the second worst thing you do for yourself. But go check out Probably, my baby. And, of course, promo code SPLASH on Underdog as well. And on Drafters. Hey, why not? We're whoring. We're whoring. I'll take a big sip of beer, and we'll do some fun, silly things after that. But right now, we're whoring. Go play on Drafters, too. Full point PPR, no pods, no playoff pods, 17 weeks, total points. Justin Herzig tweeted about it, I think, within the last day, talking about how there's an obvious edge to him in terms of people not playing correlated total points bets. I would assume more stacking a little bit more. And that's something with Drafters you can get away with. And have success. Last year, I finished top 107. So go check it out on Drafters. You can really feel the crab risotto and the beer mingling. They're partying together. They're bubbling up like a child science experiment. Adam Levitan, I think, well, he'd be second best behind the other Adam, who's a paying member, and then, of course, old Adam, who is the young Adam. He would be third. So you would be third. Breakfast beers or plus EV. I'm on vacation. This draft is fun enough. You guys might get a Friday draft out of me too. I was thinking about skipping it. Definitely not going to do one tomorrow because people are going to be occupied with the 4th. We got Nathan's contest coming up. No Joey Chestnut. Who's going to win? They got to make a star. That's what I'd say. My WWE experience, my Barstool experience. You got to make stars. How about a woman? Wouldn't that be crazy? Have a woman setting records? Pretty fun. Be like, go girl. You go eat those hot dogs, girl. Meg the Stallion would rap her out. All right. Chase Brown, Gus Edwards. I think at this point with Aaron Jones, with James Conner, we are hunting the bigger upside. Gus can punch in a lot of touchdowns this year. I take a lot of Chase Brown. I don't want to be blind to Gus. I'm going Gus here. Swig a beer for Gus in this round. We're riding the bus. Not literally. I've not straddled Gus Edwards, as far as I know. You tell Adam Levitan about that. Oh, sus Edwards. I mean, look, if he's getting me mounting him, if I'm riding him, We're both being sus. Riding the sus bus. Got a 1-3-5-1 build here. Bunch of tasty treats on the roster. Some vets at RB. We love the gang. We go gang, gang. I don't think they can throw out this hand sign. That's more of a surfer bro thing. Austin Eckler, the best correlated bet here with Jaden, though obviously I would like to stack on some pass catchers late. I can get the Seattle bet. I'm low on Charbonnet. I don't know that I want to be. Do like Jerome Ford the most out of all these picks, who is a slight discounted ADP. Jerome Ford is just too good of a click. Charbonnet might be a better click than I'm giving credit for, but to me, Jerome Ford is just a cut above. I think there's a tier break from him. And Eckler too. I don't know. I like Charbonnet. There's going to be enough Kenneth Walker in the mix that I can't buy on Charbonnet as much as I did last year. But maybe I should. Maybe I should. Because he'll definitely be the guy who gets easy kind of red zone work, I think, in that offense, where I'd expect Walker to be more of a home run hitter. Charbonnet also a better pass blocker, so he's probably getting some of that work. But I don't know. And let's give this team a read. Let me recenter myself a little bit. We got a 1-4-5-1. Jaden Daniels, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Gus Edwards, Jerome Ford, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson. So hit wide receiver pretty hot and heavy. Got Mark Andrews on top as well. I would say the week 17 correlation not there as much as I would like to have right now. But some fun ones on here, including Minnesota, Green Bay, Justin Jefferson, Christian Watson, Aaron Jones on top. Besides that, we are lacking. Lacking and slacking? I don't know, guys. We're in a new round. Time for another swig. Time to continue the party of crab risotto and beer. Really, I can't tell you guys what an awful idea that was. Like, the crab risotto, delightful. Even microwave, scumbaggiest way to reheat risotto would be to microwave it. But what are we going to do? Am I going to fucking put water in a pan and heat it up when I have to do a stream, when I have to be entertaining, when I know Adam Levitan is watching every move, trying to get a leg up on me? No pun intended. It's a lot. So, crab risotto, whew, intermingling. But delightful. That chef, though, I have to say, a little too chatty. Like, talks a lot about her life. And it's like, I get that's one of the chef things. Obviously, you guys saw whatever that movie's name was, where there's a chef and they're cooking. Everybody's dying. Spoiler alert. That's like, oh, we're doing the narration here. Here's the story behind the meal. The Bear does a similar thing as well, which a great show too. It's the chefiness of it all. That said, in real life, I could just live with you kind of give me a 1 minute spiel, calling it, taking a dip back. Great chef. That said, maybe a little less narrative. I gotta go with like a little bit less narrative. No disrespect. I hope she's not watching. John Dotson's still here. He's pretty fun. Marshawn Lloyd is here. He is a boy that we can never get enough of. Really, I'm going to phrase things in the worst possible way for as much as I'm going to draft today. Let's go Marshawn Lloyd. Has there been a bad time to get Marshawn Lloyd? I'd say no. Has there been a good time to get Marshawn Lloyd? Yeah, every draft. So we're getting Marshawn Lloyd in again. He's going to be my highest exposed player. He's going to be so fucking busto. His fumbling problem is going to rear its ugly head. I'm going to be so fucked. I'm going to be so sad. But man, for right now, I am so excited to click his name every time. Just imagining Josh Jacobs failing as Marshawn Lloyd immediately ascends to glory and people have to go like, oh, I don't know about him. I don't know. I'm just like, that's the dream. And then having Jaden Daniels there to prop him up. Two men of similar ilk in my heart. Like I love three young men in this world. My son, Jaden Daniels, and Marshawn Lloyd. Relative to exposures, those are the young men that I want to have thrive. I'll give them smooches. I'll put them to bed. I'll give them baths. I'll do the Elmo brushing teeth song with all three of them. I don't care. Papa. Oh, Jahan Dotson comes on back. Boy, I must have done something good in a previous life because I'm getting Jahan Dotson at pick 147. Whew. These idiots. I'm the guy in the party hat meme at the party watching the other people making out, and these idiots don't want to know that Jahan Dotson should not go in the 140s to the guy with Jaden Daniels. Liam's too busy making thumbnails of him of himself as a Roman statue, a Greek god statue. BBM champion again, question mark, he asks. Meanwhile, I'm here doing the work. I'm here forgetting to switch the drafters thing to an underdog thing on the stream. How does one submit a team review? Happy vacation. Made Jay Daniels fall to you 20 picks past ADP in all the drafts, or I'll just take him 20 picks ahead. Yeah, it's showbiz. But Curtis, sync your YouTube account to your Discord. You will find me then on that Splash Play channel. You also see Pete's depositing in Discord. You just find me at Chris Spags on Discord, and that's the best way to send stuff in. I know I owe people a couple reviews as well, so stay patient with me. I'm just trying to be on vacation a little bit, even though I do work through stuff a little bit too much. But trying to be present, trying to eat the crab risotto. You know, as we say, is a metaphor. I'm trying to stop and smell the crab risotto. Most talented 10 fumble back, like Tiki Barber is pretty good back in the day. Though I'd be curious to see his EPA metrics. It is one of those things I'm always like, I want to go back and look at every player that I liked as a child and just be like, were they actually good relative to the things that I view now? Or were they just volume merchants? Maybe someday a project I would like to tackle. But obviously for right now, I just gamble on stream and I make friends and influence people through that prism. That's all I can do. Only about Marshawn Lloyd is his fumbling, arguably the most talented back in this year's class. Jeff T coming in with a positive take, which I love it. Jeff is usually the devil on my shoulder going, no, or actually, no, that'd be the angel. But like a very conservative angel going like, no, you might be wrong about this one. When Jeff is enthusiastic, I'm happy to hear it. You know, Jeff, that's the push-pull. That's why I love you. Jeff keeps me grounded. Many of our regulars have important roles in my draft process. Like I might ignore them. I might never listen to them. But I still hear. I will always hear. I'll always listen. It's also me, but that's also me hitting on you, I guess, if you're watching the stream. That's also how I talk to Marshawn Lloyd and to Jaden Daniels and to my son Luca. just trying to be available. The best ability is availability, as Todd McShay once said in a Barstool piece of content. All right, we have a 1561 here. We got to give this team a read at some point. We also have to like really get a QB at some point too. That might be a good move. Luke McCaffrey increased the Washington bet. Could be done at RB with my boy Bucky Irving. I am just surrounded by beautiful men that I love of a certain age, and that's Bucky. It's Bucky Irving. I'm making this draft weird today. We're having fun. This is a vacation Spags draft. I'm going to get loose. I'm the buzz of the industry. The 500 view a video buzz of the industry. Everybody's talking about. Put this guy on vacation. You can't keep him away from the draft tables. Coming in late, what's the Lloyd exposure? I hit it on Friday. I don't remember what it is. Let me see if I can pull it up in a separate tab and single it down to BBM because I don't want to include schnauzers in my raw numbers. 46% Marshawn Lloyd right now. Imagine I'll get that down to 33%, but we're not there yet. Luke McCaffrey goes. We've got the Washington double, and I've got a lot of Luke McCaffrey, so I can live with that. Come on. All right. We've got 6 RBs. I don't think we need a 7th with this core. Ben Sinnott would be a stack. I mean, look, I think all the auto drafter tools, all the, hey, you need to take this player tools would say Ben Sinnott. So we're going to do that here. Ben Sinnott falling a little bit. I think people got spooked by the depth chart stuff to start. But again, we're not even at like actual training camp yet. I think for Ben Sinnott, you're hoping the rise happens. You're hoping the Zach Ertz stuff right now is just a little bit of misdirection / misunderstanding of a situation. That's the hope. Let me give this team a read here because we're going to have to recenter again. We have to get our second QB at some point coming up soon. We got Jaden Daniels at QB, Aaron Jones, James Conner, Gus Edwards, Jerome Ford, Marshawn Lloyd, and Bucky Irving at RB. Wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, and Jahan Dotson. So we hit receiver pretty early, got 5 receivers in the first 70 picks. After that, kind of took a little break on it, went with Jahan Dotson for the correlation. And we got Mark Andrews and Ben Sinnott. Both of them have week 14 buys. So we could be looking at our QB2 being correlated with our tight end pick is what I'm thinking. But we shall see. The auto drafters tools say you should take all players named Adam. Yeah, that's true. Adams are known to succeed, to thrive. Is that your highest guy? Yes, Marshawn Lloyd is my highest guy, which is surprising because I do love the thesis of Jaden Daniels more, but Jaden Daniels is a QB, RB at those ADPs versus a QB at those ADPs. You got to kind of weigh that accordingly. Though, you know, honestly, like in terms of the mental game part of it, the me ignoring what ideal strategy is, I can go 50% on Jaden Daniels and be like, you know what? That's the right bet for how I view football, for what I like, you know, for doing this publicly in the sphere of content, for being early on stuff like Josh Allen, for being early on stuff like Anthony Richardson. To me, like, I think that Jaden Daniels in that prism is a 50% bet. But relative to best ball, like, too many things can happen, especially this point of the year. He can get hurt in camp. So you got to be mindful of that and get the exposure down a little bit. I would say a third is really your big stand. 33% for your big stands. Probably the way to do it. But we'll see. I don't know. This year, I feel really locked in. Like, I feel like having done daily content in the NFL for, you know, what, a year and change now, like doing 5 days a week, not in addition to just the weekly stuff I was doing with Pete and obviously some on my own before that. Like, I feel more locked in on football than I ever have. And especially after being in Football Outsiders and kind of realizing, you know, seeing the Wizard of Oz behind the robe, behind the robe. I saw the Wizard of Oz nude and I'm like, what, man? Like, it's maybe not as impressive as I think. So I feel like for my football knowledge, I'm hoping that I'm hitting a peak just the right time, but we'll see. That's me being real. I'll give you guys some real moments on a stream of me being an asshole for the most part. Speaking of, swig of beer coming. Anyway, I'm happy with the start so far. Do need to consider a third tight end, but that's fine. A third tight end cannot be Isaiah Likely. I think that would be that'd be a little bit ill-fated. All right, 1662 here. We don't need an RB. I think it's time to lock up a QB2. And I think, again, when you take Malik Neighbors, you're making a bet on Daniel Jones. Is this maybe a little Hard Knocks influence? No, I don't think so. But I do think Daniel Jones, to me, if you're making a bet on Malik Neighbors at his ADP, for me, a little bit ahead of ADP, I think the bet is on Daniel Jones. So, look, is it my favorite bet in the world? No, but make or break, I'm willing to bet on the make or break situations pretty much always. So we're going to make that bet here. We'll see what we get with the next pick. New England would loosely correlate. Tez Walker would correlate. Jalen Hyatt would correlate. Still would like to get a third tight end, but I don't think we need to do that yet. I don't like Javon Baker. I think he's not likely to be one of the top 3 receivers for New England. I think the correlated bet would put me on Jalen Hyatt. Hyatt could fall around 18, but I'm not going to risk it. We'll get the Daniel Jones double. No bring back for that, but that's okay. Team so far is a 2-6-7-2. We got Jaden Daniels. We do have Jahan Dotson, but I probably shouldn't read him first. We got Jaden Daniels, Daniel Jones, the Daniel connection. My middle name is Daniel. Numerology off the charts. Aaron Jones, James Conner, Gus Edwards, Jerome Ford, Marshawn Lloyd, Bucky Irving. Correlations on top of correlations here, in particular with Minnesota Green Bay. We have Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin, Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Jalen Hyatt, and an elite tight end with Mark Andrews that everybody loves more than I do, but I'm still willing to take him. And Ben Sinnott, who people seemingly getting a little bit spooked on. We're taking him still around ADP. And I owe you guys a swig of beer, and I will live up to that goal in one moment coming up here. But guys, if you're watching live now or after the fact, please do subscribe down below. Please hit the like button. Your supports, your engagements go a long way for me because as you guys know, I do put my entire portfolio for the most part on stream. I show you the work. I talk about my players. I try to defend stuff. And also, again, you know, getting people talking, getting Adam Levitan talking. That's the goal here. That's ever since I started to do DFS content. I was like, I got to get Adam Levitan talking about me. And I've done it, apparently, according to you guys. So now I'm going to have to listen to an hour stream that I wasn't planning on while on vacation. But that's where we are here. So appreciate your guys' support. Hit the like button, subscribe. Maybe I should even pull up the thing for it. There we go. Whoa! Neon flashing lights. I'm like Hypnotoad. All right. Come on, guys. Let's make some. Ooh, John Mechie getting drafted by a guy who took CJ Stroud. Good for him. Creative stacking. Love to see it. And stay tuned, guys, because there is something special I've got planned coming up for you after this draft concludes. Something real special. Oh, look at that wink. This guy gets on vacation. He's winking like a pro. Liam must have really needed to bail out at receiver, huh? I wasn't following the scene that closely because while I've been doing the stream, it seems like there's some issues there. Third tight end would be okay. I'm intrigued by Daniel Bellinger. There's some concerns he could be a camp cut, but if he's not, as long as he stays ahead of Theo Johnson, I think we're going to be good here. So Bellinger, tight end 3, a little more Daniel Jones. Just making a bet on Daniel Jones. We're too influenced by Hard Knocks. We're going to do it. And hey, guys, we're doing another draft because I don't anticipate doing a stream on Friday. So we'll get our doubleheader in right now. Another half-point PPR draft. Hang out with me. I'm still committed to the beer bit. We'll take some beers. We'll keep it going. Because the kid, the wife, my mother-in-law going to be at the beach for a little bit longer. So I can be here vibing, drafting, being the Joey Chestnut of best ball, just putting out volume. Tyreek Hill goes 1-1 in this room. Yeehaw. No names I know in this one. So once again, brilliantly snuck by everybody. I'm like solid snake out here. Please keep my clothes on. Sure. Futurama references, never bad. Liam's team is sad. Well, look, you know, people out there, we talked about it. Liam's crushing YouTube views. I think you just saw me kick his ass in a head-to-head draft. But we'll see. You know, the results are going to be the results. We'll see what he does. But that's what happens when you get tempted by those early RBs. They'll get you. Speaking of, look at this pick. I still do like Bijan Robinson. So another share of the beige. Come on down. How could you have a vacation? How could you have a beach vacation without a little beach? Oh, Bijan Robinson. We're getting blue. We're working blue in hour 2. It's still hour 1. That was only a 40-minute draft. That first one went by really fast. So shout out to that room. It was like we were back in the 10-second clock days in the Schnauzer. Cheers to me, though. Another swig for you guys. And for me, more so. Party Spags, vacation Spags. All the Spagses. Should I start a feud with Adam Levitan? Should that be the next move? I was like really nice to him, complimentary for ETR's 5-year anniversary. Really stoked to hear about him referencing me. But maybe the move is I should just fucking come at him. Put out a diss track. Let him know. Double shot of Spags would be better. Thank you, Dustin, one of our OGs. Vamos, more drafts. Love to see it, Juan. Thank you. And, you know, honestly, I love seeing a fellow Latino here. I don't all these whiteys, all these gringos. Sorry, Juan, but really, you know, I'm enough Puerto Rican. I could say it. I support an independent Puerto Rico. I put up the black Puerto Rico flag. Also, I'm on the road. I can see the Wi-Fi thing getting a little bit annoying. The upstream here is much slower than my home internet. So my apologies for the degradation in quality for you missing out on me and my true 1080p glory. At least 720p. Yeah, pinche gringos. I won't say anything too rude. Let's see. Who doesn't love a good beach early in the day for some squirt? There we go. There we go. Establish the dominance over the industry. Spags, make a diss track. That's what everybody wants from me. Honestly, I will say one guy who does go above and beyond with some of that stuff, Rob Coakley over at Spike Week, I think has done some creative things. I give kudos to him. I don't know that I want to do that much effort, but maybe. If the audience gets big enough, then you could justify it more. Yesterday, we were crushing it. I had a shitload of Twitter views and YouTube views. Today, I'm back to squalor. Do I know the term gringo originated? No, I don't. I do not. I feel like maybe I might have seen it in a piece of content over the years, but it does not ring a bell. Okay, if Jahmyr Gibbs falls to me, I think I'd have to do it, right? Like that'd be a pretty fucking unique build, I think, in drafts currently. But maybe not. All right, Gibbs goes. We don't have to think about that one. Thank God. Jonathan Taylor, not tempting enough. Devontae Adams. All right, I'll skip some Devontae Adams here. I'm low on him so far. We know he's got the smash upside. He did it last year. Devontae Adams, Bijan Robinson start. Both guys basically right at ADP. not scooping up values, but also not getting caught in the RB trap, taking a guy like Jonathan Taylor, taking a guy like Saquon Barkley. For Jahmyr Gibbs, I would have thought about it. Do you think a Bijan Gibbs start is unique enough to give it a chance and to play into both guys having amazing year 2 leaps? But I'm not that big of a believer in Gibbs, to be honest. What's the best food the chef has made yet? We only had one day of the chef, unfortunately. But yeah, so that was it for one day. Today, we're going to go get crabs. So crabs, always a good time for me for that one. And then tomorrow, we're just doing traditional 4th of July kind of cooking stuff. So that's the plan ahead for the next few days. But no, the stuff, the crab bisque, or not crab bisque, the crab risotto was one of the best food items I've had. She also had a really good salad. Like, this is one of those things that I feel so fucking bougie about, but like really good tomatoes, I feel like, for stuff in a salad. She had them with the dish as well. The main dish was like a fish one. And then there was some like on top of the bisque. Tomatoes really do make a dish pop. So I would say that was a pretty impressive part. But I do like the private chefs. We've had like my in-laws have booked really good ones whenever we've gone anywhere. We had some in Puerto Rico that were great. Had some in Costa Rica that were really good. Don't think we had any in Ocean City when we were there. But yeah, very, very good time. If you have the resources, I don't. So I get to just be grateful that I have people that are willing to bankroll these trips for us. She had a really good salad. We always talk about it, but you know, again, the crab risotto, that's what I harm myself with on stream here. Flip it, crabs. Thanks, gonna get crabs. Would be the first time. I've been lucky to be clean. Hey, cheers to me being clean. Here's another swig coming. I think I owe one. On to bottle number 3, which if we were all hanging out at a bar, this would be a reasonable amount of consumption. When you're alone in a room streaming with your pals, maybe that's how you defend it. So here we go. It's gotten warm too. The room is just warm enough that the beer is going to be unpleasant. So if you're a person that also wants to see me suffer, now's your time. But hey, cheers. Here's another swig for you. Oh, don't you foam up. This guy learns. First beer fucked me. This one, haha, sucked it off before it could get away. It's also how I ended up with a child. Cooper Kupp going early here. Fun for Cooper Kupp. Not fun for me. Oh, the source of gringo, Spanish-American War in the late 1840s, where the Americans wore green coats. So the Spanish came up with gringo from green coats. Ah, that's fun. Okay, did not know that at all. That's one of those I don't even think I had somewhere in the back of my head. Tank Dell going ahead of Diggs once again. Is this a trend to watch? I've been kind of waiting for it because the people don't like Diggs. People do like Tank Dell. But that is shocking to see. I am shocked. All right, Devontae Smith falling to 31 feels like a not bad pick at this spot. Trying to make it up at wide receiver a little bit. Maybe this texture makes me slightly more unique, though. Gotta imagine Devontae falls to 31 enough. That keeps us live for Jalen Hurts, maybe. Who knows? 0120, just taking the best players. No obvious Week 17 correlation yet. We're not forcing it. Team so far, Bijan, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith. Stroud likes Dell more. Why wouldn't we? You can like somebody all you want. Stephon Diggs is one of the most talented receivers within the last 10 years in football. What happens when you put one of the most talented receivers in the last 10 years, one of the most talented QBs within the last 10 years, at least in terms of creating passing production? I tend to think you can make the bet on Diggs, but you can make what you want. Get your guys. Is this a new name for Unreal Time? Okay. I won't spoil your previous one, Thaddeus, but glad to see you increasing the brand. Spags feeling some type of way. Smack the like before he smacks your ass. Okay. I don't think I'm smacking asses, but hey, good game out there, folks. That's what we're doing here. I also, look, I make the bed for you guys. So I didn't do it fully. I didn't do the sheet underneath. So like you could see like a little bit of a clumpy thing like underneath the bed, because I wouldn't commit all the way to doing all the work of making a bed on vacation. But I did make it so this doesn't look disheveled, because I hate when people do streams in like hotel rooms or even their own rooms. And it's like, can you make your bed? Can you give me the semblance of a professional background? If I don't have neon lights, if I don't have LED lights and a money sign behind me, I'm lost. I got to make the bed at least look clean. Not enough coom on the sheets. True. No, the wife was in the room, and it's like my mother-in-law is like sleeping right downstairs from us because my father-in-law stays up too late and wakes her up. So that's the situation. So no shenanigans occurring here. Some sleep groping. That's about it. That's all we get. Got to do some honks. Bijan, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith start. Two different spellings of Devontae, but two equally great Devontaes in the history of Devontaes. Trey McBride, falling behind my rank. Might be a guy that has to move down when I update him. A little bit of a discount on Pickens, who is just one of my least favorite players. One of my least fun clicks. Makes me just want to die inside. Terry McLaurin would not fall all the way back. Oh, Christian Kirk. We got to make it up a receiver. I think McLaurin has a pretty good shot to outscore Kirk this year, but I do think in terms of propping up a team's floor, adding him in as wide receiver 3 feels pretty good. So Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, and then Bijan Robinson's the team so far. Like the guys, think a unique texture of the team. Definitely not a top 3 I've had very often. That's a good thing to be doing for my BBM portfolio as I'm in draft, or BBM number 59 for me, I think. So I'd say Terry McLaurin goes the pick after. So we will not get a Bijan Terry McLaurin build that I'm sure I have some of. I know I have some of in the big board, but obviously wouldn't have been mad at if McLaurin would have come all the way back around. I think McLaurin versus Kirk should be a harder click for people out there. Really and truly believe that one. While we're waiting for our next pick, guys, please subscribe down below, hit the like button. Again, I show up, I do drafts to try to have fun here, even on vacation. Honestly, I've had a good enough time today that I might do it again on Friday. This has been a good, it's like a nice reprieve for me, just to be able to do my usual shtick here while still having the prism of vacation. So, hey, I appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Twitter, go check me out on YouTube too. The YouTube views, frankly, matter more, but I'm glad to have you, however I have you. Oh, there we go. I didn't mean to click that one, but there we go. Oh, wow. Now that Liam's not here, now my accomplishments gain in power. Of course, hit the join button too down below. $4.99 a month, $4.99, under $5. You get to support the channel, and you also get my eternal gratitude along with 10 team reviews a month, VIP Discord, and then you also get access to my rankings, which I update weekly. Besides this past week, because there wasn't enough to do, and I'm on vacation. So streams are easy to do. Updating rankings, fucking tedious. That's a little lesson for you guys at home if you are trying to do these things or learn about them. Mahomes at 51. Still, we'll go to my grave thinking that this year he should be going behind Stroud, should be going behind AR. But going past Lamar is all you can ask. You got the Bijan pick when Kyron falls to you in round 3. No, I still like Bijan. I think Kyron now comes with some risk. Bijan, to me, has been de-risked enough to use a startup term that I've heard a few too many times. I think that I still like Kyron. One of my favorite picks in a draft relative to my Spags score. The data version of the Spags rankings I do, which is like a manual eyeball thing. There's a data version of a bunch of points that I agree with. Damn, I would have liked to have gotten Kyle Pitts back, but that's fine. I think that, let me make my pick and we'll circle back. All right, so we got Bijan, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk. ADP discounts slightly on Kincaid, slightly on Jaden Reed. We can get Tennessee correlation, and I wouldn't mind setting up the double here for Tennessee. So let's see if we can do that. Calvin Ridley, come on down. Because we have the bet on Christian Kirk, and we're a little bit thin at receiver. When I start slow at receiver, I do often want to add correlation for my later picks. So if I were to get Hopkins here, again, not to spoil it for the room, but I think talking through it is an important part of the things that I can add value with to you guys out there. Like basically for me, because we went Bijan first, we're going with this hero RB where it's our first round pick, going away there to the RB position instead of wide receiver. I think there's a value add to then correlating a little bit later where a bet on Ridley and Hopkins correlated together is one where they can meaningfully beat out their ADPs because the team is so good. The pass read expectation is for Tennessee could be so high with Brian Callahan coming in. And also then at their ADPs, they become better plays. So that to me is one of the reasons you would do that. Obviously it depends on getting, Hopkins back, but still, that's my goal is of trying to set it up here. So there we go. We talk game theory. Take that, Adam Levitan. He thought I couldn't do it. Can't find any golden monkey out west, Spags. That's sad to hear. I think if there's a few things I should be able to influence on, it should be golden monkey. I would love to have a weed brand who would sponsor me for. I would do weekly stone streams. I might want to paywall it, but I would do that. you can find a weed brand that wants to look your brother up. And then, you know, like I think I would like to do an affiliate deal with one of the best ball products, but none of them I think are doing it really. So it's, I don't know. I honestly, at some point, might want to make our own best ball product for Probably, but right now we're so focused on the Probably product, making sure that's good, making sure it's converting well. But I think I would like to build, not to spoil it, I'd like to build a mobile, much like Probably's mobile intended, but works on desktop. I'd like to build a mobile forward best ball product. I think would be fun. Definitely some challenges, but I've thought about it a little bit about how you could do it. So I don't know. Nothing to tease on that because it's just an idea, but maybe more of a 2025 thing, which then at that point, who knows what you're competing against. Do I think Ridley is priced efficiently? He's priced efficiently for a Tennessee bet. He's not priced efficiently on his own. I think Hopkins should probably be the better ADP play. But I don't mind Ridley as much as others. I think he's at a better price than he was last year, obviously. And he does represent something meaningful in that offense. He's like, he's the one running the downfield routes, the go routes on the dagger concepts. And that's going to be where Hopkins going to get a lot underneath. But Hopkins getting a lot underneath is going to open stuff downfield for a guy like Calvin Ridley. So it's still about Will Levis. Like that's the biggest part that could be a pain point. Can't give Will Levis my full-throated, no pun intended, for the work that he and Gia Duddy did on tape. But I can't give Will Levis my full-throated approach and support because he's never been that good. He did do things that I think can bode well, taking a lot of deep shots. That's what we want to see. We want to see opportunities going downfield. But his talent level is not the highest. Jordan Addison goes, so we do get Hopkins back. That works great. Not sure if that guy in front of me was being dramatic, but I appreciate him going Jordan Addison's way. So we get our Tennessee double on top. Christian Kirk bring back Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams, Bijan Robinson. So we got 5 receivers in our first 70 picks. That's good. We got Bijan Robinson at ADP. That's good. Not really soaking up any crazy discounts here, but getting a nice construction, I think, together. And we'll see what we get late. I want to be a little more aggressive about game stacks for stuff like this. We'll see. Full-throated sounds like a splash play to me. There we go. Sammy going back to the woods. Sammy delivers the wood in Buffalo, in the Buffalo area. North Tabakanda. I will never get the name right, but I'm close enough that Sammy will know what I'm talking about. Appreciate him. You're a cannabis breeder. What breeder is it? I didn't know that phrase. I don't know that I want to hear the word breeding. Are you making love to the cannabi? Yeah, I like to breed with cannabis on occasion. That's pretty cool. That also sounds like a fancy way to say, like, I'm growing hydroponic weed. I read, but like, hey, it seems cool. There was one of Alex's friends did that once. Grew it in his closet in California at one point, and then I think upgraded his setup to something he could do outside. But yeah, like I really admire it. Wish I had that much wherewithal, but I trust people like for consumer kind of products like weed. I trust other people a lot more than I do myself. Evan Ingram coming back would have been very tempting to get that Jacksonville, Tennessee, increase the bet, and also not be done at tight end, but add a tight end on top here, the 0-1-5-0 build. But unfortunately, Evan Ingram goes to this guy. People like Evan Ingram, no surprise there. Not a crazy discount or anything for Evan Ingram either. North Tonawanda, all good. And then disbanded again. You're not assuaging me about breeding them, but that's interesting. That's an interesting job. Sounds very scientific, I think, which is pretty cool. Kamara coming back might have been tempting because we do have the Devontae Adams here, and we've made up pretty well at receiver. CJ Stroud falling again. It's like so arbitrary when he falls. Really don't know which room this is going to happen in. Aaron Jones, a cozy pick. Ramondre, a pick I would like to get more of. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we need to do here, unfortunately. Ramondre, increase the RB bet right now. 2 RBs in the first 80 picks. 2 of them, I think, have pretty locked-in roles, which makes me feel good. Ramondre, at his current price, I think is good. I have some concern that Ramondre comes up to the 60s in July and August, especially as people catching up once training camp hits. They see the new contract. They hear about Ramondre getting a lot of work. I worry his price gets baked in a little bit too high for Antonio Gibson still having some role. That said, Ramondre has a goal line role for an offense that should be better. Alex Van Pelt does use RBs well. Jerome Ford, great last year. Nick Chubb, great last year. those are things, obviously, before the injury. But Nick Chubb, great historically with Van Pelt there. So that's what I would be hoping for, is that for Ramondre, as long as his ADP stays here, if it goes in the 60s, still make the bet, but it'd feel a little bit less good. Anyway, I owe a swig. I've been low on swigs. I have to admit it. I'm slowing down. Slowing down, but also talking ball. Jalen Warren goes. Aaron Jones, big discount there. Nice to get Aaron Jones at a discount no matter what. Would be nicer if you have some Minnesota Green Bay stuff. He does not, though. What are you guys doing for the 4th? Tell me in the chat. Library of Genetics. Very good. This Banded Brotherhood. I did not expect this. I did not, from your username, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, but very interesting stuff. Honestly, a lot of smart people in the best ball space. A lot of fucking buffoons, too. But a lot of smart people, I think, doing stuff and then, just enjoy this as a hobby. All right, we have Bijan. We have Ramondre. Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley. A Dallas bet without CD is passable. They're going to keep scooping up some RBs. I would like to increase my Zach Moss exposure, so I'm going to go Zach Moss here. Maybe a little bit RB heavy, but at QB, nothing really screaming to me that I need to do right now. Dak, I wouldn't mind if I'd grabbed Dak there. Maybe could have set up Brandon Cooks, had that correlated with the Devonta Smith bet that we got. I'm at a slight discount, really our only discount we got in this draft. 6.5 pick discount for Devonta is not bad. But yeah, basically, that could be it. But then Ferguson not being there. I feel like Ferguson goes a little bit too early for me. And I wish that he were priced slightly cheaper, because I would love to do like Dak Ferguson taps on top of whatever and then add Brandon Cooks on top. But it's like Ferguson goes so far ahead of Dak, or far enough ahead. It's really hard to pinpoint him down. That kind of bums me out. You see one pick I would love to get back in the 100s, but spoiler alert, if you watch a lot of streams, this pick doesn't often fall past the 100s. I've talked about it a little bit lately. Well, let's see. Let's walk him now. All right, you know what? There's a tight end I want real bad, a Georgia tight end, a generational prospect, guy who correlates with Devontae Adams. It's what I want coming back to me. Can we get it? Can this room be kind to me? I'm on vacation, guys. I'm doing content because I love this game and I love doing this. But please just give me the tight end that I want. No! 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 Bad room. Bad. No good room. Can't get Brock Bowers in the 100s. Joe Burrow can go in the 100s in every fucking draft. God forbid Brock Bowers goes, Evan, you need Evan Ingram and Brock Bowers, man. You need both correlated tight end plays. Adam Levitan's loving this. He's at home stroking it right now. Gender labs. Spags is tilting. These guys are getting off on it right in my face. Not literally, pause. Fuck. Dejecting is what that is. Rashid Shaheed, getting him as our Las Vegas bring back would feel pretty good. Tacking Tyjae onto the Tennessee bet would also feel pretty good. But I think we could use receiver a little bit more, so I'm actually going to go Rashid Shaheed here. Brock Bowers. Rashid Shaheed, not a bad consolation prize. Raheem Mostert, not a bad discount here as well, but drinking beer and floating on the lake. America, there we go. Love to hear that for Dustin. Sometimes you got to take it on the chin. Yeah, I'm just getting fucking, just getting it all over the fucking chin. Mostert value is great, but I have enough at RB right now, so that's why we made the pick we made. And again, getting a little Rashid Shaheed when I have the bet on Devontae Adams, I think is a good bet. So not going to increase the Vegas bet with Brock Bowers. Will increase the Vegas New Orleans bet with Rashid Shaheed. Decent fallback. Tilting though it may be, we persevere. And now we need this beer. Beer, you're my only friend. That person who took Brock Bowers, they don't love me. They don't want to help out me as I'm just trying to make nice content on the internet. I'm just trying to have a good time. Just trying to hang with my pals and do a best ball draft. But no, Brock Bowers ripped from me. I'm going to be fucking with the field on Brock Bowers. He's one of my favorite players, but because the market is just likes him a little bit more than I can ever get access to him, I'm not going to end up with fucking none by the end of BBM. I don't know what happened because I was getting so much Brock Bowers early, and now I'm in Brock Bowers hell. I'm in Brock Bowers jail. Can't get access to him. Just want to grab him. It's like he's got a restraining order against me. I don't know why. I don't know what it was because I've talked about him for 15 minutes straight on his stream. Let me live, Brock, and let me embrace you. Hold you in my arms. Go, I love you, Brock Bowers. You look like you're 40, but you're so young. We got picks coming up. We got football. Football not that far away. Football about 2 months away right now, guys. Got to feel pretty good. All right, 0-3-6-0. Singletary, a slight dip. At a certain point, we got to take QB, but doesn't have to be yet. Dallas Goedert gives us a little more Philly without the QB. Let's take Dallas Goedert. Just think we're ready to end the tight end fast. Feeling good at RB with Bijan, Ramondre, Zach Moss. Feeling good at receiver with the 5 guys we have here, or 6 guys we have here. So tight end needs to be solved, and we solved it. We called in one of the best plays you can have. A guy who fell to dog shit last year after a tremendous year before last. That's the guy you want at tight end. But increasing our Philadelphia bet, and we'll see what else we do on top of that. If I had to guess, we're going to have some fun on top of that. I don't know, D. Owens. I don't know if it's going to happen. But I wouldn't have minded the click. Still think we had to do the team mini stack more than we had to do the Oppo stack there, especially with 6 receivers. We needed a tight end. We wanted more correlation with Dallas, Philadelphia, or, with Philadelphia, rather. We got one. We're basically making a fade for A.J. Brown, which honestly, if you head into week 17, and with the year that an A.J. Brown can have, I mean, maybe Devontae has the better year. Cooks goes. We won't get Cooks back. I don't know. I think a Devontae Dallas Goedert bet's kind of interesting as just setting up as Oppo leverage on A.J. Brown having a killer year in a draft where you don't get access to A.J. Brown, or maybe you pass up A.J. Brown. I think A.J. Brown, honestly, one of those guys that could have the year of years. It's hard with Devontae there. I kind of think we're going to see fancy Mike Evans, fancy Keenan Allen from Kellen Moore's offense last year, which is going to be great for both guys. You got to wonder, though, if it is Devontae getting the Keenan Allen role a little bit more. Like I would talk about a lot, Mike Williams is one of the most efficient receivers last year. Was really good for what he ran out there. A.J. Brown being fancy, that would be great. But also just Devontae Smith being fancy Keenan Allen with a lot more speed, a lot more after catch ability. Really, both guys could smash. Wonder how many A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith pairings there are out there with Jalen Hurts, because of them being on opposite sides of the board right now. In hindsight, kind of wish I had taken A.J. Brown in the first round instead of Bijan, for that very reason. Because there might not be a lot out there. Or enough as there should be out there. We got a pick coming up, though. I'm still swigging beers. I'm still partying. I still need a QB. All right, we're on the clock. We're obviously setting up one late QB. I'm going to add in another share of Gus. I have a reason in mind, but I won't share it with the world. I'm going to keep it right in my little head. Honestly, I have a pretty big head. Not for brain reasons. I mean, maybe for brain reasons too. It's a Musgrave team if I've ever seen one. Musgrave or Kraft? What? What would possibly? We have no Minnesota. We have no Green Bay. Why would the both of you think this is a Musgrave team? I like Musgrave. Don't get me wrong. Like the Jordan Love teams were Musgrave teams. feel like AJ Brown's underlying metrics look like a case for massive positive regression candidate. I mean, he was great in that first half of last year. Fell off when they started to even things out target share wise. That's it. Sam in the 4th spot here, not a regular. He soaked up a gigantic value on Joe Burrow. Built a nice team for himself. Good job by you, Sam. I haven't noticed you doing anything bad, but your team looks good. Shout out, Sam. No issue again. Happy to have you guys in occasionally. It's when you're in every draft. When you're taking 30% of my action, 33% of my action. That's where we get a problem. I was setting up Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards and Justin Herbert, rather. So that was the cause and effect for me. I was hoping we could hit with our pick of having Gus Edwards and having Ramondre Stevenson, a game that I would expect for Chargers in New England to be very run heavy. Adding Herbert on top of that would have felt pretty good. But we are not going to get him here. So we know who one of our QBs should be. Who the second QB should be is still very much up in the air. But we don't panic here. Scared money don't make money. 0460 here, or 61 rather. We do have Dallas Goedert in my mind an O. All right, so you know what? Tiebreaker-wise, correlation-wise, do you think getting Kendre Miller on top is kind of fun with our Vegas bet? We're going to take him here. 5 RBs, so we honestly feel like we might be done at RB having the hero Bijan Robinson build. We'll see what we add on top. Let's watch the board. Take a swig of this beer. Rico Dowdle. So I was thinking about Rico pushing him all the way back. We don't really need him. But Rico normally, and some of these stream rooms lately, been going to the 150s, late 140s at the very least. Thought there was a shot we can get him back here as part of that Philadelphia-Dallas. But we have other options late. Some low-owned options we could take in the 18th round, perhaps, for Dallas that we haven't talked about very much on stream. Spags took CMC 101, then 6 wide receivers, then Bowers and Jaden. Does this team fuck? If one of those receivers is Terry McLaurin, sure. As always. Shout out guy Michael Thomas. One of the cases here where I was hard on him. He sniped me on Jaden Daniels. We made up because he became a member. And I appreciate it, Michael Thomas. Thanks for being here. Hope you guys are all going to have a happy and healthy 4th of July as well. It's all I want for you. Besides to give me money, I want both those things, ideally. Have a great 4th of July and also pay a membership here on Splash Play and get all my data, get all my blurbs, get all the shit, get all this shit out of me. We got a 0561. Don't need RB. Don't really need wide receiver. Do need QB. It's tough because we're not cutting the parlay the way we should. This is a slight discount on Kirk Cousins. We have the bet on Bijan. My logic is that we're absorbing the pass game and the run game into one with Kirk Cousins and Bijan Robinson. So I think that's an okay bet, but it does feel a bit weird to have it without Drake London, to have it without Darnell Mooney. I guess we're just saying those guys fail at ADP. Kirk can be good while all the receivers maybe don't beat other guys at ADP, like Kyle Pitts versus Dalton Kincaid, Kyle Pitts versus Andrews versus Trey McBride versus Laporta. Like, he can get smashed by those guys. Drake London can obviously get smashed by Nico Collins, this room got a little bit weird to turn, but by Harrison, by Ayuk, by Olave, by like all these guys. So it's a bet that makes sense to me game theory wise, but it is a weird bet to just do Kirk and Bijan. But Kirk throws for 20 touchdowns, maybe not quite enough to pay off those guys at ADP. I don't know. 20 touchdowns is probably not enough. Hit that like and subscribe. People show the love for Spags. I feel like Matthew sometimes says the thing that I'm feeling. Please show the love here. I show up and do the work here. A lot of people, a lot of people logically out there, they take vacation, they take vacations. For me, I make a promise to try to be here doing drafts every day. So I do my best to show up and do drafts every day. So I appreciate that from Matthew. For you guys out there, though, do appreciate your subscribes and likes here to show a little love because this is fun for me. I hope the energy has been fun for you guys as well. Even if I haven't drank as much beer as I promised initially. It was on a great pace early on, and then I realized if I'm doing an hour and a half of streaming, I think we gotta slow down a little bit. But still a big swig here for the round, and also the beer is warm. Once the beer gets warm, I feel like the game is kind of over with that. Jalen Wright goes. This guy in the 12 hole, I'd say a dildo. He's got unstacked Justin Herbert, unstacked AR, reached for Ayuk and Nico. Not a well-built team. He's got Nico and Joe Mixon, I guess, but not a well-built team. Take Stafford too, just not the move. Bad drafting from the 12 hole. Sure, he'll be mad. Sure, he'll pop in a chat and go, "Ooh, what do you know? What do you want? Hey, Buster. Hey, Buster, I'll draft how I want." That's what the 12 hole would come in here and say. But in reality, just throwing your entry away, throwing $25 away in a BBM, while also hurting other teams. Tough one. Whereas the football, unfortunately, is with Luca. Luca took 2 footballs. He came in here, and he took the 1 football that we played with at home, and he took the new football that we got here at Sensations. So unfortunately, no football. I don't know ball today. I'm not holding the football on stream. I'm holding a couple of footballs right here. I don't know. It was more like Donkey Kong. I'm going to get you, Mario. I'm going to kidnap your lady and throw barrels at you. Last round Rondale. I've been trying to dial back the last round Rondale. He and Estime have been my 2 last round clicks. If I've gotten a lot more Jalen Hyatt in the mix late. We'll see. Hey, we got to get QBs at some point. Some could say some point soon. Full clock ticking. Really thought we had the momentum to get a pick in, but we didn't. Ray Davis goes. Would have been happy to get him. Corner the market on New England. Is that something to do? Yeah, is how I feel about that. I think the most valuable pick for me at this point, well, it's a little bit early. The most valuable pick is Will Levis. If I were using one of those ranking tools, if I were using the easy spreadsheet, if I were using, the legendary upside sidekick thing, it would tell me just take Will Levis here to lock it down, even with the correlation. There's nobody on the board appealed to me that much. In a normal build, Gibson might have more, but we have Ramondre. Bucky Irving, okay, but he's not a better click than Will Levis at this point. That's my logic. I know you guys might feel differently. Literally playing Mario right now. There, it's me, man. My voice didn't go high enough there, but we love Mario. We hate that Chris Pratt was the voice of Mario. It's bullshit. The wrong Chris. Not that I've submitted voice acting work in a while, and not that you'd want to hear my voice in any medium besides this, if you even want to hear my voice in this current medium. But that said, I'm Italian and my name is Chris, so why not give me the chance? It's me, Mario. Oh, I don't like dinosaurs. I'll stop what you had. Was Chris Pratt killing it relative to that? Probably not. Yoshi, you're my friend. Luigi, you fucking piece of shit. Our family doesn't respect you. Pah, I speak to you. See, we're adding character depth. 8 out of 10. I feel like I got stronger. I know you're on a slight delay, but you hear Mario cursing at Luigi, and you're gonna come along fast. you're gonna be a team. Spags should be voicing Mario. A lot of movement, a lot of shoulder movement, though. Thank you. 9 out of 10 with the depth. What's wrong with the Derek Carr and Will Levis QB room? Nothing, honestly. I don't think that's a bad play. Might be a part of a 3 QB build for me. 3 pocketish passers. I don't think is bad. But we'll see what we get on the way back. Is a 2-5-6-1 build. Got to get a tight end at some point. Live for QB3. Don't really need RB6, I don't think, but we could add an RB6. Luke McCaffrey is a bring back for the Atlanta stuff, and I'm a little overexposed to Luke McCaffrey, I have to admit, but still a pick that I do like. Wish, again, I've said it a million times, but I know we have new people watching every day. Wish that he were a little better at Rice. Do think if he were a little bit better at Rice, I'd be able to make this click more confidently. Just think you should be able to beat people up at Rice if you are going to be in a top-tier NFL prospect. That said, he's showing up and doing the work out of the slot every day, 5:30 a.m. with Jaden Daniels. Little things like that I think matter. For Romeo Dobbs, it mattered last year with Jordan Love. We'll see what happens. Unhinged Mario's top notch. There you go. Mario Hawk 2. So you do the Hawk 2. Boss, you spit on the thing. Aaron, you got to spit on the thing. Pa. And then you pull the fire flower, and you pull, then it shoots a fire. Ah! That's what it's a younger Mario experimenting with sexuality. Just found out he doesn't say it's me, Mario. He says a Japanese word for super. No way. That can't be true. He's been doing it's a me, Mario for a while. We get Mario jerking off the fire flower, and we get to 10 out of 10. Again, point being, there's Italian-American voice actors available for work, and they're giving this role to Chris Pratt, and it just feels wrong. These are the kind of takes you're going to get from me at 1 hour 20 into a stream. I'll keep it real. Chris Pratt's taking roles from Italian-Americans. It's bullshit. I could have brought a whole lot of depth to that children's movie. Why wasn't there a single scene about Mario jerking off a fire flower to make it spit out fire? Why not even one? You got to ask yourself these questions. Wake up, people. Chika Okonkwo would have been a nice tight end pick at a normal ADP that he goes at. Ugh, this guy needed a second tight end, but also a dildo is what that was. God damn it. I might have got oh boy. Yeah, please don't report TikTok to me. Let's just one of Pete Overzet's videos. I don't want to hear about it. Let's just probably top 5 bets for Pete Overzet videos. I don't want to hear about any news from TikTok. TikTok. Yo, TikTok I listen to is Kesha. So we block out the beat because we don't hear Dr. Luke. That guy got canceled. No thank you. Bad dude. We just listen to the Kesha verse silently. Acapella Kendra doing TikTok. And also a dildo. Hawk 2 and a Mario voice while drafting Luke McCaffrey in early July, the best ball experience. Hey, I'm glad to bring it. This is what keeps Adam levitating on its toes. This is what allows ETR from not getting too complacent. Is me holding him accountable by doing the Mario Hawk 2 impression. Honestly, though, like if we're going to be real about it with how the media industry goes, would you rather hear a podcast from the Hawk 2 girl where she's going to get paid like fucking guaranteed $5 million a year by Spotify? Or do you want to listen to me doing Mario doing Hawk 2? I think we'd all agree that I deserve this opportunity and should be paid lavishly for very esoteric bits. Esoteric bits amidst esoteric content. That's the goal here on Splashflat. Underdog dropping new contests for the 4th? I would guess probably not, but maybe. I mean, I certainly don't know, but I would guess not. The Schnauzers are still going, right? Still open, I thought. I haven't seen lately. I haven't looked. I've not. Once the 10-second Schnauzer was gone, I was out of Schnauzer business. All right, we got Kirk and Will Levis. Chika Okonkwo not back here. He should normally be safely back here in the world of Tyler Conklin, the world of Jonnu Smith, but not today. Jonnu correlates with nothing. Conklin correlates with nothing. Ugh, Tolbert does correlate. We'll take Tolbert here. Still planning to add on 2 more tight ends, I think. Tolbert for now. I don't think the pick of Jalen Tolbert in round 16 feels like, especially given the fact that Jalen Brooks might outplay him, might win the role, and he's going for free, doesn't exist in ADP really. That's my concern to take a Jalen Tolbert. We had this bet on Philly. We should get a bring back. The bring back will be Jalen Tolbert. And I will take a sip of this beer, but not out of excitement for the pick. That's that's all I can say. All right. Let's give the team a read. All the Schnauzers are gone. Wow, did not know that. Hawk 2 girl getting old and quick. Yeah, look, I agree. Mario Hawk 2 is where it's at. I'll do it again. Somebody wants to super chat in. I'll do it again. If not, just hit the rewind button. Kirk Cousins, Will Levis are our QBs. No real need for a third. Bijan Robinson is a correlation with Kirk Cousins. Ramondre, Zach Moss, Gus Edwards, Kendre Miller. Wide receiver, Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith, Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Rashid Shaheed, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen Tolbert, a tight end, Dallas Goedert. So could add on a third QB, could add on 2 more tight ends. Could add on Mario. What are the Marios left in the league? It's me, the Mario Douglas. I play so well out of the slot. Too bad there's a million other guys who can only play the slot. I put on my frog costume and I can't run the routes that well. It's me, the Mario Douglas. Why are there no players in the NFL named Mario? It's sad. Mario Williams couldn't make the league. What's a sandwich of choice after a beach day? Is a hot dog a sandwich? I'd say that. Not a big beach sandwich guy, I guess, would be the follow-up point. All right. Where's the Olave drafter? Olave drafter is going to be on this side. We'll go Derek Carr, QB3. So we have the game stacks. We have an Atlanta-Washington game stack. We have a Tennessee-Jacksonville game stack. We have a New Orleans-Las Vegas game stack. And obviously, I would like to increase it with one more tight end, but we'll see what we get on the way back. That's my hope. Okay, I agree. Like, fundamentally, I do agree. Like, I feel like a sandwich should be like something between something or something. But I don't know. It's like a Philly cheesesteak, not a sandwich then. I don't want to be like, I know it's like a cliche internet debate, but I would have questions. Again, I said before, once the 10-second Schnauzer was gone, I lost interest in Schnauzer debates, Schnauzer-related convos. Schnauzer's just a dog. BLT. So that's what I think you need. I think you need something cool, like something with a little chill to it. But he, like, you know, like I love Italian sandwiches, not to live up to the stereotype. I love Italian sandwiches. Why is Mario never eating an Italian footlong sub in Mario? You got to ask those questions. You know why? Because whoever made Mario is not aware of authentic culture. Denzel Washington said at some point about black characters and how important it is for representation there, that black characters should know how it feels to have, like, you know, a press on your hair, the smell of your hair cooking. Italian American characters should know that they want a sub with Italian meat in it, with capicola, with salami, whatever. So that's what I would say. Don't quote me on that one. Don't tell Adam Levitan about that here an hour and a half into a stream. But I'll defend it. That's true. He isn't too busy eating the mushrooms. Just getting baked over here. Oh, everything's getting a little bit colorful. Oh, there's just a pleasant hue on everything. Can I touch you? Luigi, you fucking piece of shit. What the fuck? And that's the bit. The bit is that he hates Luigi. He views Luigi as less than. And one day Luigi will get his. We are all Luigi. One day I'll print t-shirts with that on it. Luigi as Che Guevara. You know, we are all Luigi on caption on top. We got one pick coming up here. It's been an hour and a half of drafting. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. Had a pleasant time here. I don't know if it seems like it. I hope I've conveyed that adequately to all of you. Hope I've conveyed that adequately to Adam Levitan. Keep my name out your mouth, Adam Levitan. That's what I say in classic Marlo Stanfield style. No, but really, don't keep my name out of here. Please promote me as much as possible to your actual audience. Please. Please, Adam Levitan. Please mention me more. For the love of God. Mr. Nintendo's coming for me. This is clearly parody. It's clearly a parodical work here. My entire best ball drafting career is just parody. Anyway, the pick that I wanted all along comes back to me. Juwan Johnson's going to be ready week 1. Why did he fall? People don't read the news close enough. Juwan Johnson, you're going to be back, and you're going to be good to go. This team's a 3-5-8-2 to close it out. We've got Kirk Cousins, Will Levis, Derek Carr. We've got Bijan Robinson, Ramondre, Zach Moss, Gus Edwards, Kendre Miller at RB. What a team. NO correlation all over. We got Devontae Adams as our bring back for that. Devontae Smith, Christian Kirk, big value on Devontae, the most noteworthy part of this draft, getting him pick 31. We got Christian Kirk, Tennessee double, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, gonna get scooped on old Chigakonkwo. But we got Rashid Shaheed from New Orleans as well, so nice New Orleans stacking. Luke McCaffrey as our ATL bring back. Jalen Tolbert as our Philadelphia mini bring back. And the Philadelphia includes Dallas Goedert and Juwan Johnson, who is falling solely because of the fact he got hurt in June. He'll supposedly be good to go week 1, and he's the bet that we have here. I'm happy with the team, guys. Best way to spend Independence Day Eve with a double shot of Spags. I appreciate that. Gonna get Cliffmates on the 11th head beef. Not a beef. Apparently, I was just referenced in his stream with Pete. Now I have to find the timestamp because nobody gave me the timestamp, and it's a sad day. But I'm happy to hear it, and I love the guys. I love ETR, love Levitan, so I'm happy to hear it. But it's a real beef, and it's very serious. What we're gonna say moving forward. Anyway, who gives a shit about these last 3 picks? Guys, I appreciate all y'all hanging out. I hope that for the 4th of July, you've got something fun, or if you don't have something fun, just something relaxing for yourself. Don't feel bad if you're not doing something social too. I would say, either way, your support goes a long way here as well. So I just supported you, and now it's where I emotionally grip you and ask you for something. Please subscribe down below. Please hit the like. Oh, I pointed the right way. Wow, sick. Hit the like button, leave a comment. All those matter a bunch here, even if it's just a little dot, like sometimes people leave. But please hit subscribe. Please hit the join button as well. All these people down below have joined. That we had one earlier on the stream today, but they basically will get 10 team reviews a month from me over Discord. They also get access to a VIP Discord, which is a thing that a lot of people talking in there, but I pop in with stuff that I find interesting, especially if it's at a training camp. There'll be a lot more of that. You also get my rankings updated weekly, besides this last week, but they will get updated again this weekend. So hit that join button for $4.99. You too can get on this list, get all that stuff. Go draft on Drafters. I would say do that as well, because I feel like if you're watching the stream, you've probably deposited an Underdog. Drafters on their fun site to play on. They also have their $2 tournament right now, which loves big prizes going to first place. The Drafters Million, best rake back in the biz. And it's 17 weeks, no pods, full point PPR. A lot of fun on Drafters. Use promo code SPLASH on there. They care about their users, and that's the biggest cosign. I only work with sites that I think can actually add material value to your portfolio. And for me, I finished top 100 last year, just outside the top 100, because of the fact that I had 9 entries in there. So imagine what you can do with your own 5 to 10 entries. And you also get one free at 10 entries. Check that out on Drafters. And Underdog as well. Same thing on there, but you guys know Underdog, you probably deposited. Probably.com, promo code SPLASH2. If you don't even want to use the promo code, get a 7-day free trial. Check it out for yourself. Give it a go. And hey, I'll be back. I think I'll be back on Friday. I don't want to commit to it, so if I'm not here, don't be surprised. But I'll be back on Friday. That's my plan. And then we'll go and get our usual schedule next week. And I might do Drafters on Sunday because I can't do it on Saturday. But stay tuned. Hit the notification bell. Hit the follow button on Twitter. I'll see you guys again soon. And thanks for hanging out today. It was a lot of fun for me. And I'll see you guys. So enjoy your 4ths. Have some fun. Watch the people eating hot dogs. Maybe even some yourself. And good luck. Bye-bye.